are you going? What will you do? Hey, it's Megan, brings the world to you.
Everyone, it's Megan. I had to come out to Arcadia, Florida for some work, and on the way back I decided to stop here really quickly at the cemetery, Oak Ridge Cemetery here in Arcadia, just to check it out. There was one section that I thought would be a little interesting, so I decided to come out and check it out and bring you along with me. So I'm using my cell phone because I didn't think to bring my actual camera. So let's see if I can find it. They have rules and regulations effective beginning of last year. No adorn. So I noticed effective beginning of last year, new rules and regulations. No decorative rocks. No disrespect or desecration of grave sites, which I would imagine most people would do anyway, hopefully. All cremain burials must go through a funeral home. No burial shall be permitted without signed consent from the cemetery, so I wonder if they've had issues with people coming out and burying. But right down here, it says this cemetery is not classified as a perpetual care cemetery, which basically means the cemetery won't be taken care of once they run out of money. So right over in that area, I heard what I thought was like a bullfrog, could be an alligator, whatever. But just over here at the entrance, it says, caution, cemetery grounds wet due to flooding. Please stay on main road. So apparently this cemetery has been known to flood. It's been pretty dry lately, so I'm not too worried about it being flooded. It's always interesting to see one mausoleum in a row of just headstones. It's interesting, pink and blue graves. This fella, Caleb Jake Blackwood, was a Gators fan. And even over there. Why I stopped in this area is it's just a big open field at this point. But I noticed some spots back in there. At first I thought this might have been like a baby land area where babies would be buried. But there are some adults buried here. And some of the grave sites don't even have a headstone yet. And I'm pretty sure those markings over there shows where someone's buried. It's just nothing marks the grave. But yeah, these are all like adults. There's a baby over in that area. Pretty interested in me, actually. He stopped and watched me walk. Still watching me. Do you see that? The cemetery is actually about to close, but I'm pretty interested in hanging out and watching the deer for some reason instead of finding why I came here. Florida Baptist Children's Home, and then it has some names underneath. I wonder if the names are the names of kids that were at the children's home that passed away. About 10 minutes before the cemetery closes for the night. So I'm going to have to make this a little quick, but I did find what I came looking for. I'll show you. Right here Actually, that's a British flag, the Union Jack. And I believe these are British soldiers that are buried here. See the Union Jack sign. During the Second World War, the Arnold Plan established 6 British flying training schools in the U.S. where the Royal Air Force Cadets could receive flight training. Many of the thousands of cadets who passed through these schools graduated as pilots and went on to operational duties in Europe. One of the schools was established in Clewiston, Florida, where 23 cadets later lost their lives. Their graves in the cemetery are cared for by the Commonwealth War Graves Commission. So, yep, the Commonwealth, the bench says the Commonwealth War Graves. And here is another plaque. For reference, I was way over there past that line of trees where I saw the deer. So I'm kind of glad that I missed seeing this at first, because I wouldn't have gotten a chance to see those deer. Sign says the British plot Oak Ridge Cemetery. Buried herein are 23 Royal Air Force Cadets who died while in training at U.S. flying training fields in South Florida during World War II. So that's the story. Out and close this off. I still see the deer hanging out over there. But it is time for me to head out because they're about to close up the gates to this funeral or this cemetery, and I prefer not to have to spend the night here. So until next time, take care. Bye.